There are so many nuances in the tax code. There's so much to go over. There's so many different things to learn and understand. But one of the most important things that I think that everyone needs to know is the difference between gross income, net income, and taxable income, because knowing the difference between all those is essential to anything tax related and just in general tax knowledge. And that's exactly what we're going to go over today. We're going to discuss the entire definition, make it easy to understand what gross income is, what net income is, and what taxable income is. First, let's start with what gross income is. And this is pretty actually easy to understand. So gross income is the total income that you make before any taxes or before any deductions. So the total amount that you make, here's some examples: wages, interest, dividends, capital gains, whatever it may be, all the income that you bring in the year, that is what's known as your gross income. And you don't take away any taxes on that, and you don't take away, any deductions or anything like that. That is going to be what's known as your gross income. And if you're looking on a tax form, it is going to be line 7B on form 1040. So that is where you'll find your gross income. That is where you'll have your gross income. But the gross income is probably not that useful in most circumstances as far as our bottom line is concerned, because honestly, it's not the bottom line. The bottom line is what we are concerned with. And so let's move on to what net income is. So net income is your actual take-home pay. So informally, it is known as your take-home pay. This is what you actually get, sent to your bank account after you have taxes withheld and after you have any deductions withheld from your paycheck or whatever it may be. Whatever hits your bank account, that is what is informally known as your take-home pay and what is more formally known as your net income. And so this is really what the bottom line is. That is what we are concerned with as individual investors, individual people wondering about our personal finances. The bottom line, what hits our bank account, that is very important. And actually, net income isn't really a line item as far as your taxes are concerned. There is no, actual line item on the tax return, on Form 1040 for net income. What is on that tax form is what is taxable income, and that's what we're going to talk about next. But before I move on to taxable income, I just want to say really quick, if you are enjoying this video so far, make sure that you like it, you give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, and it really does help me out. While at the same time, consider subscribing to this channel, because every single week I am putting out new information, new videos on personal finance, on taxes, on investing, on growing your net worth, and I just know that there's something that I can help you with. Currently, I'm putting out new videos every Tuesdays and Fridays at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so make sure you like and subscribe because you don't want to miss them. But now we can move on to the taxable income, because this is actually a very important thing to know. And if you ask around, the average everyday person, they probably don't know what you mean by taxable income. They probably just think of net income, what hits their bank, and that is what my taxable income is. But that is far from the truth. So your taxable income is how much of your total income is actually subject to taxation. And so when you're talking about federal income taxes, your gross income is everything you take. Whoa. Your gross income is everything that you make, but your taxable income is arguably a lot more important on your tax forms. You're actually going to find your taxable income on line 11B on the Form 1040. And in order to find your taxable income and how to calculate it, you're going to take your gross income, you're going to minus out your adjustments, which is going to be actually on what's known as Schedule 1, okay? And then you're going to get what's known as your adjusted gross income. So you have your gross income, you make your adjustments, and you have your adjusted gross income. Plain and simple, right? But there's more in order to calculate your taxable income. So you take that adjusted gross income and then you subtract out your deductions. So this can be either the standard deduction or this can be your total itemized deductions. If the standard deduction that everyone is awarded is higher than your itemized deductions, then you're going to subtract out your standard deduction. If you happen to have itemized deductions that are higher than the standard deduction, then that's the amount you're going to subtract from your adjusted gross income. And there you will have your taxable income. And this is the amount of actual income, of total amount of income that is actually going to be subject to taxes. And this is the amount that is going to be, ran through the tax brackets to calculate what your tax bill is. And now that you know the difference between gross, net, and taxable income, you have gained a very valuable amount of knowledge. But there's so much more to learn. And so what I want you to do, if you haven't already, is watch this video that I made called How to Achieve Financial Independence in 10 Years or Less, because it is a blueprint to growing your net worth, becoming a master of your own cash flow. And I just know that I can help you out with that video. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Zach from OnCashflow.com, and I hope to see you next time.